Hello everybody and welcome to We Never Learn Season 2 Episode 9 Anime Review. You know when they talk about things going from 0 to 100 real fast? That was this week's episode. Things were like, okay, just, regular episode, start whatever. And then plot twist, right? A dad showed up and then it was like, whoa, oh okay, oh there's a lot going, like that. It was very fast and he was like, whoa, okay. Yeah, Furuhashi, you're gonna finally realize you like Yuiga. But this is a two-part thing. The whole episode was one story pretty much, and it didn't even finish. We got part 2 next week, so I mean, I'm sure the resolution's gonna be like something stupid, like oh no, he did care about her the whole time. Hate resolutions like that personally. I think it's such a cop out because it's done so often. I know it's sort of like feel good, but they do it too much. I think just in general. But yeah, let's crack on with the episode in a chronological sense, because if you've not seen the episode, everything I just said probably didn't make any sense, in which case, go watch the episode. I question why you're watching a review, which, about a specific episode if you've not seen the episode. That'd be kind of weird. But anyway, let's get on with this. So yes, it's Parent-Teacher Conference Day, every child's favourite time of their school life. No, I mean, I didn't. I was an alright student. I didn't particularly. I was pretty average at everything. So I mean, mine weren't very interesting. A lot of the old, yeah, you could try a bit harder. And I'm like, no, I'm just not that smart. You are putting far too much faith in, the fact that you think I'm lazy. I'm not lazy. I just know when I can't do something. So, is that good advice to give? Probably not, but, you know. Don't focus on what you can't do, focus on what you can do, as they say. Probably why my grades were all over the place. But enough about me. Yuiga's, conference, pretty interesting. He's only really concerned about what will make the most money, because obviously he wants to help out his family. But his mum's like, just do what you like instead, mate. And he's like, I am doing what I like. Phew, like that. And it's like, alright, calm down, Yuiga. And then his mum gets distracted because there's some couple outside kissing. Okay, sure. Yuiga's mum. Furuhashi shows up, and she was by herself, and then his mum leaves to give them some privacy, and it's just like, Yuiga's mum, you need to calm down. She came alone, as I said. Ogata, with her very brief appearances, that's another thing, barely anyone showed up this week. Ogata was there briefly, Takemoto was there for even less time. Ogata ended up kicking her dad out of her conference, which is defeating the point of a teacher-parent conference, I mean, he was being all clingy, which, so it's probably justified, but still a bit, defeating the point, you know what I mean? That math teacher from the uni showed up again, trying to recruit Ogata. Then Furuhashi and Yuiga show up to see the guy, and it's like, Furuhashi's like, Oto-san, and everyone's like, what? I was like, are you serious? Like, I still look at her face, I was like, no. And it was her dad. Crazy, they look nothing alike. Never would have guessed it. They clearly don't get on very well, at all. Really don't get along. He basically doesn't agree with her subject of choice, and all that. Sekijo runs away with Ogata, and that's the end of their screen time. Bye, guys. Yeah, they really don't get along. My notes just repeat a lot. Yeah, they're not getting along. He threatens to kick her out of the house, and she says, fine, I'll go wherever. And Yuiga's like, she could stay with me, hello. So, at the end of that bit, like I said, it went from 0 to 100 very fast. So, Furuhashi got kicked out of her house, and now has to go live with Yuiga. I can't foresee any circumstances that this could cause, or any misunderstandings, or any misconceptions, or any of those miswords. There's nothing going to happen at the house that could possibly, come back to bite them. Although they do a good job of keeping it a secret, so good job, guys. You're good at making people not think you're living together. So they get home, and his sister's being a brocon again. Nothing out of the ordinary here. The mum is okay with it because she likes Furuhashi, so good job. Then we see Furuhashi in the bath with Yuiga's sister. They have a boob fight. It's not a fight, is it? It's a massacre, but let's continue. Furuhashi tries to reassure the sister that they're not like that, and she's like, oh, what, you say my brother's not good enough for you? And it's like, no, I just can't win, you know, you just can't win. Later on, she's brushing her teeth in a tracksuit. That's an important plot detail because tracksuits are a cool outfit. There's indirect kisses, there's newlywed jokes, good stuff. Later on, she apologizes for everything, and we get a little flashback of Furuhashi's mum. She was a maths genius, and then she died, and Furuhashi tried to do math like her, and then she showed her dad, look, I can do math too, and she got smacked for it, which I feel like maybe a little bit of an overreaction. You could have maybe just been like, alright, little kid, there is a bit of a difference between you doing 2 plus 2 and the quantum mechanics that your mum was doing, alright? Shut up and sit down. You know, the smack probably only fueled her to do it further, you know? If you had calmly explained things. Like, look at me trying to be a parent. I'm not a parent, but I think I'd be alright at it. I mean, no, everyone thinks they're alright till it happens, right? That's just the thing, I assume. Everyone's got a plan until you get to the period, and then it's your period. That's not what I meant at all. You get to the event, and then your plan goes out the window. Also, I've been told. I have no idea. The next day, after all that, Furuhashi says to Yuiga, "Hey, we've got to leave separately, otherwise people will get the wrong idea." And I'm like, "Why don't you could just tell your friends? I'm sure they'd understand." Although it is Takemoto and Ogata, and they'd freak out a little bit. You know what, maybe she had a point. Maybe she did have a good point. But at school, Takemoto is onto her, but she doesn't realise she's onto her. If that makes sense. She's like, oh, weird, you're wearing the same thing and you've changed your shampoo. Furuhashi's like, oh no, she's going to figure it out. That's not good. At least she didn't say she smelled. I mean, she did have a bath, so it wouldn't have made sense, but she could have been like, you smell like Yuiga. That's weird. But no, didn't do that. They go to her house, to Furuhashi's house, after school, I guess, to get some stuff, some change of clothes, all that other good stuff she needs. And then she was like, my dad never comes home. Even when he does, he doesn't look at me. So then, of course, he comes home and starts looking for her, or doesn't realise he's looking for her. You get what I'm saying? They hide in like a cabinet, a drawer type thing. They're very close, stuff like that. They're about to get caught. Her dad gets a call, which he, which saves him because he's like, oh, I've got to go. She found her mum's laptop in that drawer. There's a folder called Star, which apparently has a thesis in it, which has a password lock, and it's like, you have one more chance, otherwise it's going to get deleted, And now she's even more inspired to live alone. She's like, I don't need my dad, he sucks. But so the folder with it's called Star or whatever, I'm pretty sure it's not going to be a thesis at all. It's going to be like Furuhashi pictures, and the password is going to be Fumino. And then they're going to be like, oh, the thing that the mum cared most about was you. And then they're going to reconcile and, stuff like that. Which, as long as they're not immediately best friends, because you can reconcile, but that doesn't mean you're going to immediately get on great, It still takes time. And I don't like it when things rush it, That's not that this is the show that's going to focus on that. I think they'll bring it up every so often. They'll be like, oh, how's it going with your dad? And then we'll get like a little flashback of them doing things. But yeah, that was the end of the episode. I guess next week we'll get the resolution to the plot. Again, I'm pretty sure they're going to reconcile. I'm just making assumptions, but I'm pretty sure that will work. I'm pretty confident in my prediction. All the things I've said, I'm pretty confident that they'll do. But yeah, hopefully the others get a bit more screen. I know this is a Furuhashi, story, but hopefully the others get a bit more screen time as well, because they're best when they're all there. They're bouncing off each other. That's what I think anyway. But yeah, thank you everybody for watching this review. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, consider subscribing and liking and commenting and all those other good things, bells as well, for more reviews. I will see you next week for another episode of this. And bye, guys.